Good morning, children. Sairam, how are you all? I hope you all are doing great and staying safe. Welcome back, children, in Social Studies online class. So, in our previous class, we have already started a new chapter, chapter 14, Delhi, from your Social Studies book, right? So, in our previous class, we have discussed history of Delhi, Government of India, and Delhi. So, now let's take a quick recap. Delhi is the capital of India and it is one of the 8th Union Territories of India. So it is also known as the National Capital Territory. Delhi is situated on the banks of the river Yamuna, right? It is bordered by Uttar Pradesh in the east, and Haryana in the other three sides, right? Delhi consists of two parts, that is New Delhi and Old Delhi. The city of Delhi is more than 1,000 years old and it is one of the oldest living cities in the world. It served as the capital of several powerful empires. That means many powerful empires, several powerful empires have ruled from here. From where? Delhi. Okay. So, first word you can say that is Delhi Sultanate. Okay, so Delhi Sultanate refers to the five short-lived Muslim kingdoms of Turkic and Pashtun Afghan origin that ruled the territory of Delhi between 1206 and 1526 CE. In the 16th century, the last of their line was overthrown by the Mughals. Who defeated them? Mughals defeated them, okay, because they promoted Muslim culture more. Now, the five dynasties included the Mamluk dynasty, the Khilji dynasty, the Tughlaq dynasty, the Sayyid dynasty, and the Afghan Lodi dynasty. Qutb ud-Din Aibak, the governor of Delhi and subsequently the first Sultan of Delhi Sultanate, started the constructions of the Qutb Minar. Okay, he started the construction of the Qutb Minar in 1192. Okay, which was completed after his death by his successor Iltutmish. Okay, then comes Tughlaq dynasty. Okay, Tughlaq dynasty, these were the rulers of the Tughlaq dynasty, that is Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, Muhammad Tughlaq, Firoz Shah Tughlaq, Muhammad Khan, Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq Shah, Abu Bakr, Nasiruddin Muhammad, Humayun, and Nasiruddin Mahmud. Okay, so they were the rulers of the Tughlaq dynasty. Now comes the Mughal Empire, the Mughals of India. Mughal Empire in India, the Mughal Empire was one of the greatest empires ever, okay, and they ruled hundreds of millions of people, and India became united under one rule. Under their rulership, India became united under one rule and had very prosperous cultural and political years during the Mughal rule. That means they were the good ruler, right? So the major Mughal emperors were Babur, Humayun, Akbar, Jahangir, Shah Jahan, and Aurangzeb. They were the major Mughal emperors. Okay, they were the major rulers of the Mughal Empire. So Emperor Shah Jahan built his capital at Delhi. Okay, Emperor Shah Jahan built his capital at Delhi and called it Shah Jahanabad. And this part of Delhi, this Shah Jahanabad, this part of Delhi is now called Old Delhi. Okay, Old Delhi. And New Delhi, because after this Mughal emperor, then Britishers ruled over our country. So New Delhi was built by the British when they shifted their capital from Kolkata to Delhi. Okay, Kolkata to Delhi. So then government of India and Delhi, all the main offices of the government of India are located where? In Delhi. Delhi, okay. The president, or that means the central government, lives where? Resides in Delhi. President of India lives in where? Lives in Rashtrapati Bhavan. President of India lives in Rashtrapati Bhavan, and it has one of the most beautiful gardens called the Mughal Gardens. Mughal Gardens, right? This is Rashtrapati Bhavan and this is the Mughal Gardens. Then the Prime Minister's office is in the South Block, and other departments of Indian government work from buildings around the South Block. The sessions of the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are held in the Parliament House. The sessions of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are held in the Parliament House. Then the government of the other countries have offices in Delhi. They are known as High Commissions and Embassies. So around 152 embassies and High Commission offices are there in Delhi. Okay, are there in High Commission offices and embassies are there in Delhi. In 1991, the Union Territory of Delhi came to be known as the National Capital of Delhi, when in 1991 it was considered as a Union Territory. So from then onwards it is known as the National Capital Territory. It is now has a legislative assembly like the other states of India, headed by a chief minister. So these were the topics which we have discussed in our previous class. Now today we will going to discuss tourist attractions. Okay, tourist attractions, places of Delhi. Now let's begin. So tourists from all over the world visit Delhi, right? Tourists, many of, if you have visited Delhi, many of you have seen foreigners also there, right? So tourists from all over the world visit Delhi. Not only foreigners, but from different parts of India and from different parts of the world, people visit there in Delhi because it has many ancient monuments, right? Very many ancient monuments, and one of them is Red Fort. Red Fort is a historic fort in city of Delhi. It is in where? It is in Old Delhi. Old Delhi. Red Fort is a historic fort in the city of Delhi, in Old Delhi. Why? Because it was built by Emperor Shah Jahan. Why it is in Old Delhi? Because it was built by the Emperor Shah Jahan. It was served as the main residence of the Mughal emperors. It is made up of red stones. Okay, this fort is made up of red stones. Construction of Red Fort took 8 years, 10 months and 25 days. Okay, how many? 8 years, 10 months and 25 days. And when construction began? Construction began on 12 May 1639 and ended on 6 April 1648. On 15th August, what we do in 15th August? 15th August, we celebrate Independence Day, right? And on 26th January, we celebrate Republic Day, right, children? So on 15th August, on the day of independence, every year, the Prime Minister of India hoists the national flag at Red Fort. Okay, hoist the national flag at the Red Fort. Then the second tourist attraction is Jama Masjid. Jama Masjid. It was built by the great Emperor Shah Jahan. Okay, it was also built by the great Emperor Shah Jahan, and it is also made up of red stone and white marble. It was built between 1650 and 1656 at a cost of 1 million rupees, and it is one of the largest mosques in India. Largest mosques in India. Okay. Then the Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar is also known as a majestic tower, and it was built by Qutb-ud-Din Aibak. Qutb-ud-Din Aibak. Okay, Qutub Minar was built by Qutb-ud-Din Aibak, and it is also known as a majestic tower. Then Jantar Mantar, Lodhi Garden. Then India Gate. India Gate is a war memorial. Okay, India Gate is a war memorial. The Amar Jawan Jyoti at India Gate burns all the time in memory of soldiers who sacrificed their lives for our country. So that means the soldiers who sacrificed their lives for our country, in the memory in memory of those soldiers, this Amar Jawan Jyoti burns all the time, like every time. Where? In India Gate. So it is also known as a war memorial. Okay, war memorial. Now, Humayun's, Humayun's tomb. Okay, Humayun's tomb. Nehru Planetarium. If you will visit here, it is a kind of museum, okay, which has all the it is related to planets. Okay, this museum is related to planets. So whenever you visit Delhi, you should visit Nehru Planetarium. Then it also has dolls museum. Okay, it also has dolls museum. Then this is the National Zoological Park. Apughar, it is a water park. Okay, then Rajghat. Rajghat is a memorial dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, Rajghat, you can see here it is written Hey Ram. So Rajghat is a memorial dedicated to Mahatma Gandhi, and people pay homage to Mahatma Gandhi at his samadhi in Rajghat. So this Rajghat is a samadhi of Mahatma Gandhi. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi. Then Shanti Van. Shanti Van is the samadhi of our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Right? Shanti Van is the samadhi of our first Prime Minister Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Right? Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Now, so these were Red Fort, Jama Masjid, the National Nehru Planetarium, Jantar Mantar, Qutub Minar, Lodi Garden, India Gate, Humayun's Tomb, Dolls Museum, the National Zoological Park, Apughar, Rajghat and Shantivan. These all are the interesting place to visit in Delhi. So children, whenever you get chance or opportunity to visit Delhi, you should all visit to these interesting places in Delhi. Okay. Now, there are several places of worship for people belonging to all religions in Delhi. Okay, in Delhi, all religions people, India is a diverse country. That means different culture and different religions are there, right? So, there are several places of worship for people belonging to all religions in Delhi. So, some of them are Gurudwara Bangla Sahib. It is one of the most prominent Sikh Gurudwara or Sikh house of worship. That means all the Sikh people, right, they go to Gurudwara Bangla Sahib to worship God. Okay, so it's not like only Sikh people can visit there, but all other religions can also go there. Then comes Birla Mandir, also known as Lakshmi Narayan Temple. It is one of the Delhi's major temples and a major tourist attraction, and the temple is dedicated to Lakshmi and Narayan. Then Akshardham Temple. The mandir is a humble tribute to Bhagwan Swami Narayan, the avatars, devas and great sages of Hinduism. Okay, Hinduism. That means all the Hindu people pray where? In Birla Mandir and Akshardham Temple. They worship in Birla Mandir and Akshardham Temple. Then Lotus Temple. Lotus Temple is a Badhai house of worship that was dedicated in December 1986. The building is composed of a 27 freestanding marble clad petals. Here you can see like a lotus, right? Arranged in a clusters of 3 to form 9 sides with 9 doors opening onto the central hall with a height of slightly over 34 meters and a capacity of 2,500 people. How many? 2,500 people. Okay. Then St. James Church, also known as Skinner's Church. It was built in 1836 by Colonel James Skinner and it is one of the oldest churches in the city. Christian people worship where? In the church. Okay, so these were some famous place to worship. Okay, some famous places of worship in Delhi. Okay, Now fill in the blanks. First, the Amar Jawan Jyoti burns in memory of dash. The Amar Jawan Jyoti burns in the memory of soldiers. On Independence Day, that is on 15th August, the Prime Minister of India hoisted the national flag from Red Fort. From where? Red Fort. Dash is the Samadhi of Gandhiji. Rajghat is the Samadhi of Gandhiji. Shantivan is the Samadhi of Jawaharlal Nehru. Shantivan is the Samadhi of Jawaharlal Nehru. Then Akshardham temple is the humble tribute to Bhagwan Swami Narayan. Bhagwan Swami Narayan. So now this chapter is finished, children. Okay. Then rest of the question answers and exercises we will discuss in our next class. So till then, children, go through the chapter again, read the chapter again, children. Take care, children. Sai Ram.